Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at 3 new purchases I did from Oraloa. I got these ones in a few weeks ago, but I haven't gotten around to filming the unboxing yet. If you've seen my latest Oraloa unboxing, then you know the reason behind that. I was really dreading opening up all the drills, which is such a silly thing to be dreading, but that was what was holding me back on filming these unboxings. So I decided not to open the drills. I'm just going to show you them through the package, and also going to show you the specials through the package. You can still see them, just not as well as when I would have opened it. But yeah, when I watch unboxing, I don't mind not seeing the drills. I always skip over the drill part, so I'm hoping that you still enjoy this unboxing videos. So here we are, looking at the first canvas. I have 3 to show you today, and this one that you're looking at right now is really not my typical thing to buy. I've never bought like these mini canvases because usually I only like to work on big ones, but I thought it was fun to change it up for a bit. And I thought the price was really nice on this one as well. I believe they were only 30 euros. I think so. It was really affordable for what you got in my mind. So let's have a look at the paper. You can see over here all these cute Christmassy images. That is another reason why I chose to buy this one. They are small, they are snack size, they are Christmas. I don't usually buy Christmas paintings either, but I thought it would be fun to have some little ones to throw in the mix. The artist on this one is Maria Shedkoreva. If you watch any of my latest videos, unboxings, you know I love her artwork, and here we are. Again, the same artist. The sizes of each one is 30 by 30, and they did all the drills combined, so they're not separated per canvas. So that's a bit of a bummer for me, because I thought I could just do one and then do the other ones later, but it seems like, yeah, especially if you don't have a lot of storage, then you're going to have to do all 4, yeah, back to back basically, to not have your storage be taken up for ages by this painting. But oh well, I understand why they chose to do it this way. It has 64 colors spread across the 4 canvases, of course. We have, let's see, 6 fairy dust and 3 metallics are these ones. I already saw the drills, so I know those are metallics. Let's have a look at these drills. These are the drills, obviously quite neutral and quite red and green heavy, which makes sense because it's Christmas. But here you can see the specials. You can see the metallic green, metallic red, and metallic, yeah, orangey, goldy one. Then we have the fairy dust sitting beside it. You can't really tell they are fairy dust through the package, but believe me, they are a green, orange, and some other colors that is going to look absolutely stunning. Let's have a look at the canvases close up and see if we can find where the specials will go. The paintings don't have legends on the side, so we're going to have to do it like this. Let's find the metallic drills, this symbol, and this symbol. I'm assuming they are all on each canvas, although I might be wrong. I already see that I'm wrong. Let's have a look. In this canvas, we only have the green one a little bit over here in this leaf, and the red one, let's see if that one is in here as well. I don't think it is, and the orangey brown one isn't either. Over here we have the orangey brownish yellowish one over there in the stars a little bit, and I don't see any of the other metallics in here either. Then the Christmas tree, which I assume is going to be the most amount of specials in here, but let's see if I'm right. Nope, doesn't seem like I was right. I'm a bit confused as to where all these specials are. I can't seem to find them really, but over here we have a little bit of the red in these little dots, and that's about it. That's about all that I can find in this one as well. In that one, we only have the green metallic one in the leaves and a little bit in the Christmas tree. So it's really, really spread throughout these 4 canvases where the metallics are. I thought there were more metallics when I looked at the drills, but I guess that's the downside of not opening up the drills. You can't really tell how much there are. So yeah, it seems like it's a very, very little amount of metallic drills, but as I said, there are also a lot of fairy dust, which are spread throughout the canvases. I'm not going to go over where they all go, but yeah, this is going to be a fun little project around the Christmas time. I hope I'm going to get to that when Christmas time rolls around. Then we're going to take a look at the canvas that made me buy all 3 of these, and that is this one. I saw this as a new release on their Instagram page and I just had to have it. I love Hannah Lynn's artwork. I have a lot of Hannah Lynn's in my stash. They're actually all from Diamond Art Club, the other ones that I have from Hannah Lynn. So this is the first one that I have from another company. I know there are quite a few of other companies that also do Hannah Lynn nowadays. She also has her own website. Dreamer Designs does Hannah Lynn, but this is the first one. So yeah, this is such a pretty image and it's so colorful. I loved it. I had to have it. So obviously I had to buy more because I'm not going to buy one painting and pay for shipping. So yeah, girl math. This is the image close up. As I said, it's by Hannah Lynn, Butterfly Beauty, 55.4 by 75 centimeters, and it has 60 colors. A lot of specials. As you can see, it has 5 fairy dust and 5 ABs, which makes sense for such a colorful painting. It lends itself really, really well for specials. This is the color palette, also very, very colorful. Also a lot of black, which is a natural thing for Hannah Lynn paintings since it's all outlined in black. Over here you can see the specials, the fairy dust, red, orange, blue, white, and then we have the ABs. This is pink, I think, green, orange, blue, and another orange. So let's take a look at the canvas up close and find where all the specials go. Over here we have all the specials. Let's take a look at the first one. That is a purple fairy dust. That is all throughout the swirls in her hair. Over there a little bit, over here in this, what is it, face with the butterflies. Also all going to be fairy dust. Then let's have a look at the red one. The red one is over there in the butterfly and over there in the ladybug on her cheek, and over here on her shoulder, a little bit more over there on that one, and that is going to be it. Then the orange, let's take a look at the orange, all orange ones at the same time. The orange fairy dust and the orange ABs. I assume they're all going to be close together. And it seems like I'm right. That is a lot over there in that butterfly, also in that swirl, also over here in this butterfly. And let me see if there's some other places. Yes, over here in the dots on the bow is all going to be ABs, and it's going to look absolutely stunning. Then let's take a look at the white one. That white one is going to be all throughout the white dots in the background, over there as well, over there, and also a little bit throughout the side of this vase. Then we have left the pink one, the green one, and the blue one. And let me see. The pink one is going to be in her in the what is this, the little diamond thing on top of the vase. Then over there in the butterfly, down there in that butterfly, and over here at the bottom in her dress as well, and the little strappy thing in her dress over here as well. Then the green one, that is that one, that's going to be over there, a little bit over there. I'm sorry for the glare. That is another butterfly where the green AB is going to be over there a little bit, and also obviously in these butterflies in that little vase. Then the last one is the blue one. That is a lot throughout this vase as well, around these little bubbles over there, on that one and on that one, a little bit in her hair and a little bit in the part of her dress. So I'm really looking forward to starting this one sometime soon, hopefully, but I say that about all the paintings that I unbox. I don't know when I'm going to get to these. As I said, I have a lot of anilins in my stash, so I try to rotate them into my whips quite regularly because I want to finish them all eventually. So this might be one that I get to sooner rather than later. Let's take a look at the last canvas. And this is the last one we're going to be looking at, again by Maria Shedkareva. I just unboxed 6 paintings where 4 of them were from this same artist. But as I said, I love her artwork, so yeah, not surprised. This one is called Tea Party. It's 91.6 centimeters by 69.5. It's a pretty huge painting, and it has a lot going on, so I assume it's going to be very confetti heavy, but it is worth it. I really love this image, and it reminds me of one from Diamond Art Club from Ivy Dolomore. I don't know the name of that one, but I will pop a picture up on the screen of the one that I mean. It is a very popular painting, and it really reminds me of this one, or this one reminds me of that one, more likely. So yeah, this one is 80 colors, so it is big. It has a lot going on. It has a lot of colors, so that means it's confetti heavy, and it's going to take me ages to finish, but it will be worth it. This one has 6 fairy dust drills and 3 specials. I think those are metallics, but let's have a look at the drills. Over here we have the drills, quite a nice mix of colors. And over here we have the specials. As I said, it is metallic, green one, a yellowish one, and let's see, a brown one is underneath there. Then we have a white fairy dust, blue, green, and let's see, that's another fairy dust. It is, and a purplish one. And that one, no, that's just a regular one. So these are the specials. Let's see where they all go. I didn't even really show you the canvas. I forgot. So here we are. It's such a lovely painting. I really like it. So I will be very excited if I ever get to start on this one. My stash is growing quite a bit lately, so yeah, I wish we could all diamond paint just a bit faster so we can get through more of these lovely canvases, but yeah, here we are. That's the nature of a diamond painting, I guess. Here we have the specials. Let's take a look at the first one, which is a light purple fairy dust. That light purple fairy dust is surrounding this butterfly a little bit, and then it is in those fairy wings, and it is in these ones a little bit as well. It's a little bit in her dress, in her ears, or thingy on her head, and it's also a little bit in these mushrooms down below. Then let's have a look at the light pink fairy dust. That is a little bit in that lantern over there. And let's see, over here in the dress, which is also a little bit of that purple one, and that I just forgot to mention just now, in the fairy wings over here. And let's see, yes, also a little bit in those wings, and that is about it, I believe. Then we have a green fairy dust, which is over there a little bit, and here in the grass, a lot over here surrounding these flowers, and also in the background over there. And then we have another green fairy dust, which is going to be in pretty much the same places over there, or here surrounding these flowers, and down here on the grass in the background a little bit over there. Then let's have a look at the blue fairy dust, which is a lot down here in these flowers as well, a little bit surrounding the mushrooms, and then also quite a lot in the And then also quite a lot in the background and in the butterfly, in her bow. Yeah, pretty much all the bright blue you see is going to have a lot of fairy dust over here in these flowers as well. Then we're up to the white fairy dust that is going to be in these little pastries. All on this table is all going to be fairy dust, and that is pretty much it. I also see it surrounding that butterfly and a little bit in those fairy wings. Then we have this orangey goldy metallic one that is going to be in that pastry a little bit, in her wings, in the butterfly, in the little string lights going across the top of the painting, also over there in the lanterns, and that is about it. And then we have this brownish grayish metallic one. That one is all throughout these fairy wings again. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. It's down here on the bottom of this pie. It's a little bit in her dress as well. It's a little bit in that little teacup. And then we're going to be moving on to the last special, and that is going to be pretty much all the green that you see in the back there. That is going to be metallic. That one over there a little bit, in that tree, that is going to be metallic. Over here is metallic. Down here in these little parts is all metallic again. And you can hear my son in the background waking up, so that is my cue to end this video. But luckily we were finished anyway. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one of the three you like best, and if you have any Oraloas in your stash, or if you've ever done any. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.